Hey peeps, big things are coming. Hold on to your seats. And I just pulled this today, March 3rd. There better be some fucking luck this month. This is building into everything I'm feeling right now. So I wanted to share a little bit about some of the things that the 4am Club and the Dreaming Women are talking about and saying for the month of March. This is not to say that they're all saying this, but there is synergy in what they're talking about. Personally, I find it interesting, and I think it's worthwhile to give it a listen. Might give you a little hope, might make you feel positive. And if nothing else, please go and check them out individually and listen to some of the things that they are talking about. The biggest thing is that all of this is about divine purpose being fulfilled, and that this whole shit show that is going on is very purposeful, and everything it entails needs to happen. The month of March is still going to feel incredibly chaotic and disturbing, but this is really the beginning of it all and the beginning of the end for Trump and Elon. But you're going to have to hold on to your hat. Remember, in dealing with all of this, you want to have a high vibrational level and rise above it. Stay at that high vibration. And the way that you do that is by not letting yourself get stuck in the fear, in the despair, in the anger, in the chaos. It's going to happen. You might get dragged down, but you really don't want to be stuck there. You want to work your way back up, whether that's through meditation, whether that's through healing circles, whether it's through deep breathing, whatever it takes to help you rise above and look down at what's happening as an observer and not take it personally. More and more is going to be coming out this month in regards to the voting numbers. The election was fraudulent, and that evidence will start to become more and more prevalent and be talked about in the mainstream. Rachel Maddow will be playing a big role with this. There is the suggestion that Kamala Harris was the significant overall winner, and there was no question. So the fraud is going to be tremendous. We're going to see more branches of government falling in March, and there will be violence and upset in relation to that. But really, the whole thing is about driving more power towards the creation of the new. And all of this is according to the divine or to spirit and what really needs to happen. Many of the intuitives have had dreams and visions of a very chaotic White House inside, in particular, people running around, papers on the floor, just total, disaster and chaos within. And whether that's physical or simply metaphorical, it's really a demonstration that things are crumbling. More and more of the intuitives of these groups are talking about the divine feminine power. Kamala Harris is there. She's waiting in the wings. She's waiting to walk on stage with the spotlight. She's kind of peeking behind the corner. Are you ready for me yet? Waiting for the right moment. And there's a lot of discussion about whether or not she comes in as the right president, the rightly elected president, or there is also a lot circulating around this idea of the creation of an entirely new government for this country, something built on councils, or a council of which Kamala Harris is seen as being a part of, but it's more like a round table, and it's a completely new approach to how we would govern and how we would move forward, and this council idea is something that would move well down to the state level. One of the ways that we can all assist with this is by thinking as big as we possibly can and putting out our intentions and manifesting what we'd like to see for our own government moving forward. It doesn't have to be in a strict format necessarily, but what's your order? What's the order you want to place with the universe? What do you want it to look like? And the more you choose and the more you think about it and the more you share that intention with the rest of the energy in the world, the more that becomes a possibility. So there will be a lot more on recounts. We will start to see the uncovering of a lot of election malfeasance. And after that, things are really not going to resume as normal. And we're going to start to see an exodus of a lot of Republicans from Congress and then eventually to the higher echelon of the Republican Party. I think there's a lot going on already behind the scenes, and that's what they're talking about as well that we're unaware of. There's a lot of different information and organizations that are already working on this idea of how do you structure a new government, and this is really just the beginning. And there's a lot of feelings of excitement. What are the ideas of the new, and how do we inspire something to create something entirely new? People are going to be given a choice. So we don't need to worry about how to figure it out. The idea is to put out our intention that we want something new for the United States and the world. And along with this, we'll see more and more people awakening to the reality, right, of what Trump has done, what Elon Musk has done, and changing their tune, changing their minds, having a new perspective. Now, not everybody's going to do that. Some people will still be stuck in certain ways of believing. And in a lot of ways, many of us are already separating from those people, and they're not part of our reality anymore. We don't want to judge those people. Again, they're on their own journey, and they're going to figure it out for themselves, and it's not our job to help them see a change or see the light, so to speak. Some people still need to see to believe it, and they will start to shift, but not everyone. And many of the intuitives are also viewing that everything Trump, has undone will be reinstated eventually. It's going to take some time. It's not going to happen immediately. And the other thing is, it may not look at all the same. We are really on the verge of the creation of something entirely new, something none of us have ever thought of before. And we had to go through this complete crumbling to bring it all to the ground and to really create and form something that will better serve the whole of humanity and all American citizens in the way that it should. Even the actions of Trump himself are really going to start to help people shift. He's doing things already that are causing people to second guess and rethink what's really going on here. So as we look back on the month of March, we're going to be looking at this is the beginning of the end. So buckle in, stay above the fray, ride the waves, be good to yourself, heal your own shadows, fear, and anger, plug in where you can, and hold on tight. And continue to think positively about what you want to see for this government in the future. How do you want it to serve you and your community? And how can it be better? Thanks.